The numbers are in. We've got the census figures for 2022, and we have a calculation on how many Californians fled the state last year and where they went to. Coming up, we'll share the figures with you, why people are fleeing, and why you should consider staying and fighting rather than going to another state. I'll tell you all of that and more coming up. I'm Carl DeMaio, chairman of Reform California, and on this channel, we have covered the monumental shift in population away from California as millions of Californians are crushed by high cost of living, crime, homelessness, failing schools, so many other issues that they're concerned about. And they've decided, even though they love a lot of things about California, they've decided, regrettably, to move somewhere else. And for years, we have said that this was happening, and California Democrat politicians and our liberal media here in the state denied that it was actually happening. They said, oh, no, we're not losing population. And then they said, it's simply a shift from COVID-19. Things have to settle down. No, it's actually accelerating. In the last census, California lost one congressional seat, going from 53 members down to 52. That was just the beginning. Now we see a increase in the pace of people leaving the state of California for other states. And remember, this is despite the fact that we have illegal immigration coming into the state of California in record numbers. And yet, even with all those new illegal immigrants coming in, we still have more Californians leaving. So here are the stats from 2022. Leaving California, these were the top destinations for Californians who moved in 2022. It says the California, and this is KTLA. The California exodus continues, new census data released Thursday shows. In 2022, more than 817,000 people left the Golden State for somewhere else in the U.S. That is extraordinary. Nearly 1 million people disgusted by California or priced out of the market entirely. Now, KTLA does report that the census picked up 475,000 people who moved to California from other states. Lord knows what those people are thinking. I mean, are they not watching what we're seeing on TV on a daily basis? Smash and grabs, job loss, crime. Got to get their head examined. Net loss of population, 342,000 people. Now, we've lost several million people in the past 6-7 years alone. But in particular, the pace has increased in just the last 2 to 3 years, where we're seeing a net migration of at least 250,000 in the last year. And now we're at 342,000 people this past year in 2022. Now, where are people going? No surprise. Red states. California is losing population to Texas and also Florida. There's also some folks that are going to Oregon, Washington, and Nevada. You can see the figures there, as well as Arizona. So what's extraordinary about this is that people are going primarily to red states, who I believe are probably conservatives. But folks going to Oregon and Washington are probably going because, well, they're not looking for a red state, but they certainly cannot continue to justify paying California's exorbitant rates to live in this state. Certainly, cost of living is the number one driver from all the studies that we've seen, all the people we've talked to, but also families are concerned about the poor quality of schools. Families are concerned about crime. We know that we are losing businesses to other states as jobs are curtailed here because of the cost of having employment. So there's probably a multitude of events, but all of them relate to the failure of our government. And I've said it for a long time. We are blessed by so much in California, but we are cursed by our government. Far left politicians who are shielded by a far left media enterprise that refuses to actually hold them accountable, tell the truth to the public. But people are pretty much experiencing the truth. That's why they're leaving the state of California. They're giving up hope that they can make it out here. Now, when we take a look at the reasons why people leave, they're always citing those aforementioned problems of high cost of living, crime, homelessness. But all of those things can actually be fixed. They're a failure of government policy. What you can't fix is the humidity and heat in Texas or in Florida. You also need to understand that while California's government could change with a lot of effort, uh, we are seeing changes in other governments around the country. I know a lot of my friends who moved to Nevada and Arizona in 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, around those years. Now they're moving again because those states have trended from red to purple to even blue. And so they're disgusted by those states, and now they're moving once again. So the first reason why I think that you should consider staying and fighting in California, and we have a whole video on this, so let me just give you the summary. I'll put the longer video link in the comment section below. The first reason why you should stay and fight is that the grass is not always greener on the other side. Yes, we have problems in California, and they are inexcusable, absolutely inexcusable. It should not be done this way, and they are extraordinarily impactful in a negative way to residents. But you might move with the transaction cost of selling your property, getting rid of your Prop 13 savings such that they are, uprooting your life, your career, basically putting distance between yourself and family, giving up on some of the good things in California, such as the people and the climate, the environment. You go to another state, and it's never going to be as good if you're being honest with yourself. And a lot of people will probably, from other states who've made the move, they will confess that there are a lot of downsides. Hell, you can't even get good Mexican food in Florida or Texas. It's all here in California. So a number of reasons why you might not like it. And your government in that new state could change. Second reason why you shouldn't flee is that we actually are making progress in California, despite the fact that we have so many disadvantages. The politicians have all the money, they have the media protecting them, but that is changing. The media enterprise is fragmented. Newspapers are going out of business. Stations like NBC shedding a lot of their viewers. The opportunity to wage a battle in California is still there. The problem is that we're not really seeing people activate. For all the people fleeing, if they just stayed and voted with their ballots versus voting with their feet and actually got involved in a campaign and helped us power this movement, we would see a lot more change, a lot more balance restored in this state. And of course, third, I will tell you that we are already seeing progress in that we are flipping seats, even though the Democrats redistricted a lot of the seats and made it really hard to win. We're still flipping seats with an unfair redistricting map. In fact, the House Republican majority was thanks in large part to California seats that we flipped and defended in 2020 and 2022. So things can be won. We can make up ground, and we are seeing that. We just need more people involved in the fight. I know you might say that you got one foot out the door. I'm encouraging you to reconsider, double down, and fight. I'll leave you with one last reason. I said I gave you three, but I'll give you one last reason. If you love America, there's no way that we can have a safe, prosperous, and secure America with a sick California. You know it, and I know it. The contagion will spread to other states. It will take our country down. We've got to stop and make the fight here in California behind enemy lines with the difficulties that we face in this one-party controlled state, with all the advantages on one side and our side having relatively few. But we absolutely must wage this fight for the good of our country as well. So I encourage you, join the fight at reformcalifornia.org, reformcalifornia.org. That's where you can chip in a contribution to our grassroots movement. You can like this video, share it with your friends so that we can break through the censorship of the liberal media. And also, please do sign up as a volunteer online at reformcalifornia.org. We will activate you with our voter guide for all the candidate races and the ballot measures come election time. That is our secret weapon in actually moving the needle in a lot of these target seats. Till next time, Carl DeMaio, Chairman of Reform California. Thanks for watching. Help us break through the censorship of the liberal media by liking this video, sharing it with your friends, and subscribe to my YouTube channel.